Hi, my name is Haley Diaz. I'm 20 years old. When I was 8 years old, my dad introduced me to soccer because he played his whole life. I started playing when I was around 9 years old. My dad put me on my first team and I was horrible. I started to become more passionate about it when my dad would get more involved with me and started coaching me. My dad was a huge part of the journey because he shared the same passion as I did growing up. He played his whole life, so it was a very bonding time of my life, and we just were really connected because we had that same passion and that same love for the game. My coaches really started to notice that I had a lot of potential, so that kind of set me to believe that I had like a purpose, which made me become driven to wanting to become better at soccer. So I started putting a lot of work in, and my dad trained with me all the time, and I actually made it probably about 3 or 4 years later onto a competitive soccer team. When I was, I believe, 13 turning 14, I was playing in a beach soccer tournament and I headed the ball wrong, which caused me to have a concussion and I was knocked out. I didn't know where I was, I didn't really know who anyone was. I just remember waking up in the back of the ambulance, and I didn't know until later on that night that I had gotten a really bad concussion. And that really kind of shook me a little bit because at the time soccer was my one and only passion. Other than being involved with school, soccer was all that I had. So hearing something like that and knowing that that passion could be taken away was really hard for me to comprehend. What helped me get through that was I actually went to a lot of support groups with people that had trauma from the past and had dealt with head trauma as far as sports or just really bad accidents, car accidents, falling down the stairs, anything like that from any age. It was really like my age to a lot older people. So that, like, going to those support groups and knowing that there were other people that were going through this that didn't really have anyone else, and we just kind of had each other, and knowing that there was, like, this was my new normal and it's okay because there's people that are going through it and there's people that got through it, so I know I can get through it. I think things have changed a lot with not only myself but my family, because when you go through something like that, it's not just your own self, it's everyone that is around you in your life, which would be my first immediate family here at home, because you're not only going through that trauma yourself, they're going through this journey with you. I think that my view on life has changed to where obviously nothing's perfect and I'm still gonna go through trials, and even though I went through this big trial in my life, like, I'm still gonna face things, I'm still young. But knowing where I stand, like, in my faith, and knowing myself and knowing what's gonna help me get through it, and having the family around me that supports me, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable and just a lot more safe about going through things and just going through life being a young adult.